Alright, so we just got our first official teaser for Fortnitemares 2023 as well as the start date. So everyone has been leaving comments and asking me when Fortnitemares 2023 starts, and now we can confirm October 10th. So this coming Tuesday. A lot of people thought it would be next Tuesday, the 17th, but no, it is this Tuesday, October 10th. So how do we know that? Well, the official Fortnite Twitter account tweeted this. They said, as the sun sets and night washes over the island, the creatures begin to stir and the hunt is upon us. Fortnitemares returns on 10/10/23. So the teaser obviously is in the wording there. Now it's not much to go on, and unfortunately the image they provided doesn't really help either. It's just a almost Shadow Midas purple color scheme in the background, Fortnitemares logo in the top left, and the release date October 10th. In addition, of course, you can see the big half crescent moon. So I'm sure we're going to get more teasers between now and October 10th, but this is the first one. And in terms of the graphic, it's a little lackluster, but the text is where it's at. So let's read it again. As the sun sets and night washes over the island, the creatures begin to stir and the hunt is upon us. So the highlight to me is the mention of creatures. Now we know how Fortnite loves to tease things, especially in loading screens. Well, last October's crew pack skin, Red Claw, had this as a loading screen, and we can see a bunch of those shadow creatures that he's fighting off. And a lot of people anticipated that to be in last year's Fortnitemares, but they never came back. So I don't know, maybe it's a reference to this year's Fortnitemares. Or maybe not, but the fact that it mentions creatures and the hunt tells me that there's going to be some kind of creature on the map, obviously. Now, I'm already seeing a lot of people say things like, well, it better not be as bad as last year's Fortnitemares. To me, last year's Fortnitemares was pretty good. We've had a lot of bad events lately, and it seems like they do get a little lackluster after time, but Fortnitemares has always been amazing. You can't tell me that last year's was bad. We had Ash Williams with his own POI. It was a landmark POI, but it was still a POI. That's an amazing skin from an amazing horror movie, and the iconic cabin from the movie was on the map. That was crazy. Then we had a boss character. We had a unique, almost rave type atmosphere going on where you could get a special mythic item that transformed you. That was cool. There was a lot of cool things in Fortnitemares last year. So I don't know why people are remembering it as bad. A lot of the events in 2022 were bad, but not Fortnitemares. Fortnitemares was just as good as every other Fortnitemares there's ever been. So that rant aside, I think this year should be great as well. They never let us down with Fortnitemares. Do you remember the one year where when you died during Fortnitemares, you literally came back as one of those shadow creatures? That was so fun. And they've never done that again since then, so I'd be super happy if they brought that back, but I don't know, maybe people didn't like it and that's why it's never returned. I've got high hopes that this Fortnitemares is going to be amazing. We don't know anything about the skins coming out. Hopefully there's at least one scary movie collaboration. That would be amazing. There's so many great horror movies that they could bring into Fortnite. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, they can't bring this character or they can't bring that character because the movies were rated R and they're too much for Fortnite. But to counter that, I say if they brought in Ash Williams from The Evil Dead, that was one of the most gruesome movies I've ever seen. There's a particular scene that's way rated over R that happens during that movie. And if we could bring in Ash Williams to Fortnite, I think any scary or horror movie could be allowed into Fortnite as well. That's just my thoughts. If you've never watched The Evil Dead, trust me, it's a very graphic and scary movie. So, we don't know exactly what's coming to Fortnitemares just yet. We just got this small teaser, but more importantly, we got the release date this Tuesday, October 10th. You know, I take that back because there is one thing we know for sure about this year's Fortnitemares, and that's the Kato Thorn boss will turn into a vampire. So right now he's obviously a boss on the map in his human form, but he's going to transform into his secondary style and he's going to have a unique ability called Life Drain, which will obviously drain your health. So will he still be at his normal location? I'm not 100% sure. But if you have the Kato Thorn skin unlocked, you know that he does transform into his creepy vampire with the big wings and the big ears, and apparently he's going to life drain us as well. I totally forgot about that, but they kind of revealed that in the season trailer as well. Pretty sweet. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about this so far? Does the teaser reveal anything else that we know of? I'm looking forward to it. Halloween, an amazing time of the year, and Fortnitemares just makes it that much better. So there you go. That's all there is to it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator code, which is tabortime.